Is there anything better than when Trump finishes talking and you hear you can't always get what you want? I highly encourage all of you to watch Trump's CPAC 2017 speech, but just in case you can't, here are the cliff notes and highlights. Of course, we did as usual, greatest hits, so to say, build the wall and whatnot, but these are the parts that stand out. In addition to his usual bashing of the mainstream media, he not only specifically name-dropped who in the media he finds trustworthy, fair, and that he likes, and it's not just people that are on his side, it is people that he considers to accurately and fairly criticize him. But he also specifically went into the manipulative nature of the polls, which I think plays into what a lot of people are finding out from the recent Project Veritas videos from CNN showing how they manipulated their polling data. Nothing new about him attacking the mainstream media, but it's always good to know that he is feeling the pulse of the people and is probably very aware of what Project Veritas recently uncovered. In addition, this was a little bit surprising. He made an appeal to the Bernie Sanders supporters by saying that him and Bernie Sanders actually agree quite a bit on trade, and that Bernie on trade is right. He also spoke about the rigged nature of the DNC and the primaries, which gave Hillary the candidacy, and basically made an appeal saying that, hey, if I could get elected, clearly the GOP is not rigged. He also spoke about his love of the First Amendment, trying to, defend himself from those who say that he hates the First Amendment by criticizing the media, by saying, and I quote, "Nobody uses the First Amendment more than me." Oh, God. I love that accent, by the way. Another thing that he spoke about, which was a little bit contradictory in nature, but I understand what he's trying to say, though I think the media will rip this apart, is cutting back on overseas military expense while strengthening our military. He wants to redirect a lot of the money that we're sending overseas militarily that we don't need to infrastructure in our nation, but he also wants to strengthen our military. So I'm not exactly sure how he can do both unless he completely cuts back on spending overseas, which we can't really do right now. But it is good to always hear him say, since this is the first time I believe he said it since he's President Trump, that he does intend to cut back on our spending overseas. And finally, he said what I believe to be the main message of the Republican Party. He wants to get people off of welfare and back to work. It's not, as people criticize it, they just want to take away people's lifelines. They want people to be free and be able to support themselves and not need assistance. And I always find it, very nice to hear a president say it that way and not say it as we're just going to cut people's welfare. It doesn't sound well when you say we're going to cut people's welfare. It sounds better when you say we're going to cut your welfare and get you a job, because that is the American spirit. Once again, I encourage everyone to watch Trump's CPAC speech, but just in case you couldn't, those were the highlights, apart from, his general hits, build the wall, crooked Hillary, all that jazz. And also I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers and new viewers for giving me the most successful day I've had so far yesterday. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and hope to continue making videos that will make you all proud of me. Thank you all, and have a great day.